Alright folks, good morning. So today we're headed over to Laster Mountain Dragway to test the Gold Bike Gold Member. It is not set up for the drag strip, it's set up for the street. So it is geared very mildly, and we actually shortened it up yesterday, so it's fairly short wheelbase as well. So we'll see what it do. More or less I'm just going down there to hang out, see what's going on. I probably would rather go to Jake's, but I do have the obligation to see how that thing does and make sure it goes down the track. So I'm going to head that way. I'm probably going to stop by the shop, grab a few things, and head down that way. And then tomorrow I have to go to the machine shop. There's no question, I have to go to the machine shop. So we'll address that tomorrow. It's going to suck. But we'll get there. For now, the next thing you should see is the track. Alright guys, so I did jump straight to the clips there. I didn't film anything other than clips at the track. I am freaking exhausted. That is a lot longer ride than I've ridden in a long time. I went ahead and took a bike and 200 and, God, how many miles? 220 miles is a lot of riding for me on a sport bike. Ugh. So, hope y'all are having a beautiful day. Nothing got updated at the shop today. They didn't have C16 at the track, or I would have taken the truck. So I'm going to have to hunt down C16. Probably going to have to get it from Rogers Race Fuels tomorrow. And I got to take that clutch basket. Good news, the 14 was not a rod knock. He's pretty sure one of the teeth broke off of a balance gear, went through all the balancer gears and chewed them up. That was the knocking noise. So, probably not going to need a cranking rods. Probably just going to have to do dummy shafts on all the balancer shit in that ZX14 and put it back together, and it should be ready to rock and roll. That'll be good news and bad news, because his oil pan's all fucked up too, and the guy who's building it wants to replace it. So, probably just going to take the money that would have been at crank and rods and put it into that, and take the crank and rods I already bought, because I was convinced it had a rod knock because of the metal in the pan, but it turns out that was gears. I'll probably take that crank and rods and sell it. So if anyone's looking for a ZX14 Gen 1 stock crank with rods, I got it. But anyway, I'll come back tomorrow, get back to it, get the motor back up in Briandale's. It is degreed. I just need to Loctite the cam sprockets, fix the clutch cover bolts that are stripped out, and replace the hardware on the crankcase breather and stuff it back in the bike. Then I can go ahead and start tidying up that shit. And I got to make a deposit so that I can afford to go and order his purge solenoid kit and catch can, and we'll get all that done. I also got to weld up his exhaust, which means I got to make a trip to go get welding gas. Basically, I have an entire day worth of errands to do, and I got to figure out what day I'm going to do it. Later, guys.